Hi, it's Joanne and today I'm going to be watching Runaways Season 3 Episode 5 and this is just a really quick extra bit of adding into my intro to say I'm really sorry that the reactions just dropped away the way they did. I have still fully intend to finish editing all them all and get them all up because I love this show and this season was brilliant. Just life got in the way. I've been dealing with some health stuff for a while and it just got to the point where I was not in the mental space to sit down and edit, which killed me, but I have spent today finishing off editing episode 5 and I'm going to crack on with the rest. There isn't going to be a strict schedule about when they come up, it'll just be when I get the time, but hopefully over the next week or two. And anyone, if you're here checking to find out the status of Crisis or Arrowverse, I am going to start watching that again tonight and I'm going to get back on with that and I will catch up soon hopefully. So yeah, sorry for the unexpected hiatus from my channel, but I am back and I am not going anywhere, and if I ever stop with the show I will make a video letting everyone know about that. So yeah, in a second you'll get that to me in December talking about Runaways, so yeah. Let's go back to that. Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Marvel's Runaways Season 3 Episode 6, Merry Meet Again. So that means they're going to be very merry, they're going to meet Alex again, and they're all just going to have a picnic and have a great time. I'm loving this series. This is the halfway point now. As soon as I press play on this episode, I'll be over halfway through Runaways' final season, which makes me very emotional. And I'm absolutely loving it and I can't wait to watch another episode. So yeah, let's go.
You can too. Introducing the first cellular telephone.
Oh goodness, is she taking over the world in their absence?
The more friends you make,
using Robert.
the more
Is that the real reason she got rid of them? Oh goodness.
Oh my god! What's going on?
Sorry, the new decor is my fault.
Is there a reason that you decided to turn our home into the Bates Motel?
I used to some crazy random.
Every time I try, I get another stupid stuffed bird. Watch.
Don't please no.
Tenebrae.
Point me, you can stop now.
Yeah.
Might be our only way to save Alex.
Aww.
Maybe you should talk.
What if we didn't go back to that place? I mean, we barely made it out the first time.
No, we're not us without him.
Do you need to try and save Alex, even no matter how impossible it seems?
Sometimes bad ideas lead to good ideas. Sometimes they lead to other bad.
Oh.
Yet.
Old Lace.
I think hunting in the park made her a little feral.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, get mimosas.
Yeah, except we were gone for 6 months and not 6 years, so you can have.
No, you should go.
We should all go
until I learn
and
how to
think.
get back here anyway.
I made a sacred vow to Zavin that I would protect the Holy Mother, and I intend to keep it. I just really need.
Everyone on the Corvus devices is like zombied.
Wizard's new phone. Here you go.
Oh my god, they're just giving it out for free.
Pancakes.
Please don't accept them, kids.
So listens to the People Are Trash podcast.
It's my favorite.
Competition for Chase.
Too bad, gotta go. Nice to meet you, Mike.
Our parents were downgraded from supervillain to nefarious, flawed human beings we feel awkward around.
Yeah.
I'm not going back to making any plans for the future. Well,
You haven't even finished school.
With Maverick.
Jealousy does not
I know
become
that
you.
know that. You were such a jealous ex-boyfriend trope.
I'm not jealous.
Oop.
Look, I'm sorry, okay?
Oh my god.
You got a bright.
These phones are not normal. Look out the window, my darlings.
Get it? We support you. You deserve it.
Is there something?
Over a phone?
Please, guys, you need to sense that there's something weird with these phones.
Living off the
Oh,
grid.
God.
I don't even need a shower.
You do. I'm sure.
What the hell went wrong in my life?
You joined a creepy cult pride.
They love you.
No, Molly, this isn't love. This is just blind worship.
Yep.
Speaking of blind worship,
Liz will be so post radiance now.
Mom.
Is this to do with the whiz phones? Oh no, Lizzie's a true believer now, isn't she?
Try to see the good that we're doing here.
You've murdered 17 teenagers.
Parents were in the circus. Anyways. I like that.
This is weird because they're all just moving on with their lives, yet they don't know that the big bad's lurking.
Flock?
It sounds better than a murder, which is technically what a group of crows is called.
Sounds kind of accurate.
When one of us rises, we all do, and there's nothing selfish about that, Kurt.
That's true.
Remember we left Alex behind? You have to tell me how to save him.
Mm-hmm.
Nico, the Alex you know is probably gone.
We have to try. Come up with a plan. You know, yeah, sticking around wasn't because they'd all forgotten who they were. But it's like Molly remembers who Alex is
I'm never
now.
going back.
Morgan will.
Mm-hmm.
You can't ask her for help.
Then I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Be my mom and help me.
Look, you're so desperate to try and fix this relationship.
Nico, by keeping you away from Morgan.
Then help her find
My
Alex.
first job.
None of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
Okay,
I think.
you're healed. How is this possible?
Lots happened since I saw you last.
I don't trust it,
So
Nico.
many wonderful.
Oh gosh, everything's frozen. Stress.
Enchanting to see you again, Nico. So I healed him.
Don't trust her,
I'm
Nico.
sure you didn't mean to impale him with a glass shard, causing
Gosh,
coma and
manipulation.
My mother won't be too happy. You've turned him into a man jewelry wearing boy toy who has way too many buttons open on his shirt.
Your mother hurt a lot of people in her lifetime. She has to pay for her sins.
He hurt a lot of people too.
No. Whether you want my help or not, it's up to you.
Tina has made this far more appealing.
After your mom almost blew up that plant and disappeared, Wizard was in crisis.
The phones suck you in.
No, I think they're evil.
They are evil. He's just jealous, but they are evil.
Wait, Gert, stop!
You
Yep.
cracked it.
Oh god.
What did you do?
Oh, Chase, this is the last thing he needs
Sorry,
with his
I can
life.
Fix it, okay?
Oh, they've got to sense something.
Including you in the screwball category.
Hot blonde chicks. And they were very interested in me.
Yeah, I bet.
When an alien ingratiated himself into the friend group, tried to kill my son. Luckily, my wife shot me in time. I sabotaged the alien ship, and he responded, but forced me to have sex with her. The only way I was finally rid of him. His energy was torn from my body as I was thrown into an alternate dimension where I was forced to relive childhood.
By anal probe.
I was never.
What happened?
Who here is triggered by this guy's insensitivity?
Me always.
In the lab, if you wanted to.
Do they have a weird thing now?
Daniel?
So he's off the grid, don't need anyone, and it was a good ballroom.
On my own, made my own sundial.
You're literally 5 feet away from a camp full of people.
Well,
Yeah.
we're from Code.
What about my parents?
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. How did you find out? Did Leslie, she told you?
Doesn't matter how I find out. Whether
Oh, of course,
the sacrifices.
The fact that you've forgiven Leslie, that is amazing.
Yep, she does not know what Leslie did.
Stay.
He's gonna find out the truth about these phones.
I can explain.
They both will.
I found this weird feather, and then the phone turned to ash, and... Okay, you know what? I can't explain.
I cannot believe you, Chase.
Oh.
What's going on? Chase,
He was
you
like-
disintegrated my phone in some kind of.
I know that it's not
jealous
Gert's fault.
rage.
No, I found this weird feather in the phone, and then look, it just kind of like self-combusted.
And then he was like trying to explain himself to Gert before she got angry, and it reminded me of him and his dad.
Why do you immediately believe her?
Feminism? How am I supposed to act?
Gert's new boyfriend.
He's not my
her boyfriend.
Morgan. Ow! What the hell?
This is what I'm talking about.
What does Morgan
Yeah.
have to do with the phones?
We're a wizard now.
Ha! I knew this feather was evil. Annabelle goes all the way to the top. All the way to Max.
She's also kind of.
That's not the top, my love.
My dad.
Other dimension.
How is this any different than when you went to Jonah for help? Except for the fact that I'm being honest about it, not sneaking around behind your back.
Kind of true, but at the same time, it was a bad idea when Carolina went to Jonah for help.
Magic.
I'm liking that Nico is more confident in herself now.
Alex? How is this possible?
We're going to.
Stop. You don't know anything about it.
Oh, it's because Carolina's scared. Oh my god, why is she ingratiating herself in all their lives? Oh my god, he's here. Is that because of the... Has she enchanted them to be like this? We need to get Gert off this phone.
Touch this phone, I swear to God, I will have old lace rip your face off.
What are you listening to?
What's wrong with me?
Okay, she recognised it, thank goodness.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Sounds as bad.
I never said they were bad. I said they were magic.
But you've seen how Gert is, Nico.
Morgan wants me to trust her. Safer that way. I mean, that works.
Yeah.
Max.
Carolina's right.
Until we find out what Morgan and more importantly what Max is up to, we should stick together.
Chase!
And I think
Drop
that
it.
we should leave the...
Find Max in the crowded room.
You will look, Gert.
Yes.
With your eyes. We.
See, Stacy.
One thinks they look good from every angle.
Well, I mean, she does.
You trust me, don't you? Yeah.
She doesn't trust Morgan though, sweetheart.
Anyway, I'm not entirely
Chase,
sure.
dearest, I do think Max is innocent.
The phones are going worldwide any
Oh
day.
god.
Who told you that?
Chase?
Mm.
You went out without me?
Sweetheart, you weren't there and it was urgent. Oh no.
Which?
Molly, no. No.
Janet Stein already tried, bitch, and I'm still alive, so what you can... I'm protected here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you protected from this?
You've been acting crazy since you started using those phones.
You
Max
have been
is a
acting
separate
crazy
thing,
ever since we
sweetheart.
bumped into Max.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're not gonna die right now. I still love you.
I suppose she owes him at least a I don't love you.
Who else is out there? Not just for me, for you.
This is very mature.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we need space. Hey,
Space is
Sorry,
healthy.
I had to go to the kitchen. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
They needed that
I would
conversation.
love a drink.
It's something to focus on since Catherine.
And Alex.
Be out of my mind with worry.
Mm.
What is this?
Nothing good.
She's been mine for a long time now.
Nico is her own person.
Opposites attract situation.
So why'd you break up?
I can't explain it, not because I
Oh,
don't trust you,
no.
because I don't know.
I mean, a feather.
I know how it sounds, okay?
See, he appears to just be, you know, a cog in the machine rather than a guilty person. But the guilty people were listening and may well
You're
use
part of
him.
the street team, aren't you?
Did he forget or has she done something to him?
The bigger question is, who are you? So sorry, we're spending the rest of your life trying to figure that
Oh
out.
my god, has she wiped his memory completely?
Power, but with Morgan's help, I will. Nico, I am telling you that I am scared for you.
Oh, Nico, listen.
You're scared of me.
No, she's scared for you. She's scared that you will become that thing that she will be scared of. Yeah.
I'm done being afraid. I'm gonna face whatever this is, and I'm gonna save Alex.
Well, you need to save Alex, and maybe just use Morgan, don't join Morgan. Ugh, I hate her already. She's very good at making you hate her. Nico, no. Because if Nico could stay in control of everything, I would be fully fine with her exploring the full depths of her powers, but I feel like this is very much Morgan's world, and Morgan's version of everything. Darkhold. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Jumping into a coven is very fast moving, Nico.
What are we gonna do? Nico was completely under her spell.
Max
She
is phones are being
was.
released world to save humanity.
Oh, what's happened to Molly?
Sounds
I have a feeling this is a lot worse than pride.
Wait,
Mhm.
guys? Do you hear that?
Molly? And the phones? Oh my goodness. Knock the phone down. Molly! Oh dear, I'm looking at my phone a bit suspiciously right now. That was another good episode. I feel like this one was very much putting the pieces in motion to set up the back half of the season, which is all totally fair enough. Kind of the character relationships reaching various different breaking points. In a weird way, Molly kind of... I feel like part of her wanted to just stay with the Gaborum Church and just kind of make friends with a cute boy and just be normal. A weird version of normal, but just kind of fit in there. And she found Dale and she kind of told him Stacey's back and she's like aware of that. Stacey is working with Victor. And I don't think she thought more was going to happen there, but you know, Janet's still there in the algorithm, so at least Chase can talk to his mother in the future. So yeah, the phones. Molly came back, realised that they'd all gone out without her. I mean, she was out without a phone. There was no way to contact her, and it was kind of an urgent thing they were going to, other than Nico was obviously going to be at a party and go out on a date, but the reason Chase and Carolina went was because they were concerned about things. And now Molly is, hopefully they can just take the phone away and she'll be okay. Obviously the danger with Molly is if they take the phone away and she rages out, she has super strength. But it'll be okay. Molly's Molly. It's gonna be fine. And the phone surely can't run too much to her in one night. Yeah, this whole phone thing. I mean, if in the modern era you want to reach everyone in the world, you'll get a pretty good number of them by using phones, especially if you hand out the phones. I mean, if they were like, oh, the new Apple iPhone, here you go, it's free, most of us would just take it, especially if it was some weird marketing gimmick. So yeah, that was a lot. And you know, Morgan has definitely got a lot of people under her spell already. She seems to have got Jeffrey Wilder and Tamar under her spell, and obviously Robert's under her spell. She's got her weird coven. Nico is now joining the coven, and I mean, I still think Nico is very much, she knows that she wants something from Morgan and she wants Alex, but Morgan is very much aware that that's what she wants, and I think Morgan has had a lot more time to prepare for this than Nico. I have full faith in Nico that she's ultimately going to pull through this. It just might be a bumpy ride along the way to get there. And obviously, like I sort of thought after the last episode, that her relationship with Carolina was going to be hitting a rocky stage. It was going to, you know, in any TV show, if a couple begins a season really happy, they do not go through the whole season like that. But I ultimately think their love is strong enough to get through this, and that to an extent this is a fight Nico does need to do on her own. But Carolina isn't going to abandon her, and none of the rest of them are going to abandon her either. And kind of to resist the full force of Morgan. I mean, so far, Nico hasn't seen Morgan do anything wrong. When speaking to her, Morgan's been a bit weird, a bit creepy, a bit dark, but she hasn't been like, and I'm going to enslave the world. It's when she starts being more aware of the full scale of the plan and the fact that, you know, they just casually wipe people's memories and things like that. That's when I would like to think Nico will be a bit more like critical or a bit more kind of cautious about things. And at this stage, she might be a bit far and over her head at that point, but ultimately Nico is a lot stronger than all of them. I mean, she's got the staff. She is a force of nature, so I fully believe in Nico, and I fully believe that she and Carolina will get through this obstacle. It's something that they've been needing to face for a while, kind of like they faced Jonah's situation, they faced who Carolina is, and now they need to face this situation, and I do think they can get out stronger. And then with the other ship, I am still rooting for ultimately Chase and Gert to end up together. But at the same time, if they don't, I'm okay with that. You know, that I'm not gonna like sit here sobbing. I mean, I like it when shows give you the payoff of a couple you've seen over seasons, and I do think that they have a bond that is stronger than the obstacles they're facing. But at the same time, I think what Gert said was true. I mean, not only are they extremely young, but they've been through a lot of traumatic experiences, and those traumatic experiences are when they acted on the feelings they had been having. And so with that being said, I think some space away from the relationship is what they really do need to be healthy to figure out whether or not they want to be together. I think in a lot of shows the characters don't take that space when they should, and a lot of me like sex, I like shipping, but sometimes it's healthy to take a beat. And you know, yeah, okay, Chase for the most part is dealing with this situation very well. Obviously he was acting a bit like a jealous person, but at the same time there were red flags with the phones, and so when you combine the red flags with the phones with the dude handing out the phones, it's quite easy to see why his jealous side would come out. I think especially because Gert didn't give him an answer. I think even if she'd said, I do not love you and I never did, or something like that, he would have been upset, but he would have probably been more accepting, I don't know. But I think that's why they needed to have that conversation, and you know, I like that. I just think it was a really mature conversation for these two kids, and you know, Gert saying that, you know, yeah, you're being really jealous right now, but she's kind of just saying that, you know, you said that, and that maybe there's someone out there that can make you happier than I did. And, you know, maybe there is. I think there's more than one person out there for all of us, but I do think this could be the end of the line for Gert and Chase, or this could very much not be the end of the line for Gert and Chase, and we'll have to see where the show goes, and I'll be okay with either, as long as they don't lose their bond and their friendship. You know, like, I really enjoy their dynamic as two characters, the way they work together, the way, despite being opposites, they fit so well together, and if that becomes best friends, that is something that I will be okay with and I will support. What I don't want to have happen is for them to become two characters that no longer interact, because I enjoy them so much together. And ultimately, like I said, I want them to get together, but if they don't, that's totally fine. I mean, how old are they? They're young enough to be having all sorts of relationships, and that is totally fine. And I actually think that both of them are handling this quite maturely, and they both have their immature moments because they are children, but they're doing really well, and I am proud of them for that. And then the whole concept of it's been, you know, 6 months, it's very strange, you know, for all of the adults. I mean, okay, yeah, for Tina, she has lost control of her company because they think she did some weird experiment that killed lots of people, blew up a plant. You know, even without Morgan Le Fay, that would be a lot to deal with, and I feel like with her being gone, the way for Robert to salvage things would be to cut her out of it. But obviously she's kind of lost her entire life at the moment, although at least she seems to have the house. And Nico is being tolerant towards her. You know, they have kind of, they're a bit annoyed with their parents now. They've kind of forgiven them their murderousness. I guess because they know it was kind of peer pressure from Jonah, but, you know, it's all very complicated with this show. And then obviously Stacey and Victor. I mean, Victor has a company. Who knows what's been happening to that while he's been gone. I assume he can maintain control of it. Same with Dale and Stacey. I don't know if they had their own company or if they just worked for things, but you know what's been happening there. Dale has just been living in a tent with the Gaborans. And the kids, I mean, I guess their parents stopped looking for them, so maybe they're no longer like runaways, but for all of them, with thinking about the future, obviously they all come from enough money that if they never went to school, it wouldn't matter. If they never finished their education, they could just live on their parents' money forever. Or even just become tech billionaires or do all the things that they want to do without, you know, Chase could become an inventor and run a company despite not having education, especially as he has the money to back it up. They all have enough about them, I think, to be successful without an education, but at the same time education is quite important, and especially for people like Dirt. So I feel like when the show ends they need to be thinking about how they're going to actually live their lives now if they're moving forwards. And this episode they were kind of at that point which we did have in the middle of the last season of, well, we've kind of solved everything, what do we do now? When obviously now they've immediately, just like they did last year, they find that they haven't solved everything, that there is still this problem with Morgan and the weird phones with the feather and the rage issues. And I think I get why Nico wants to believe in Morgan. I think it's partly that Morgan is Nico. She's been in her dreams, she's been there, she's in the back of her mind, that Nico is being more drawn towards her by that. Also the fact that she wants to save Alex, and if Tina had said, I will tell you everything I know and we will save Alex together, maybe she would have been able to fight against Morgan a bit more easily, but she wants to save Alex. And especially seeing Alex needing their help, I mean, I want to save Alex. And Nico is the only one that's going to be able to figure out how to get to him. And, oh, yeah, it's a lot. I think as soon as Nico has a way to get to Alex, I hope the rest of them will be quite like, yeah, let's go, let's get him. But it is an incredibly difficult thing to do. It's not like he's down the road being held prisoner by some gang members. I feel like they go and they deal with that. But, you know, kind of this is a much bigger issue. And just where is the show going to go next? How on earth are we going to deal with Morgan and her coven? There's a lot going on here. But I am excited to see where it goes next and to see if Molly's okay. So yeah, thank you for watching.